be host. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. All right, we'll start with prayers, requesting our devotees to kindly stay on videos so that I remain enthusiastic. Yes, I feel the presence of all the people, and that's what gives me enthusiasm. We'll start with prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyatya Deshatarine Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Mukam karoti vachalam pangham langayati girim Yatkripātamaham vande Paramanandamadhamam Sri Chaitanyamishwaram Sri Gurun Dinatarinam. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Yesterday on Ekadashi Day, we were discussing about the 6 questions which were asked by the sages of Naimisharanya. And these sages, they wanted an answer. And Suta Goswami started answering from question number 2. The second question, what is the essence of all the scriptures? Let's give us the essence. We are not interested to know all the details. So many. We don't want to know everything. We just want the essence. Yes, essence. People come there, even when you have a meeting or something like that, people say, give us the bottom line. What's the bottom line? What are you coming to say? Tell you people, no, we don't have time. No time. Please tell me quickly. Yes. So people with no time, this one shloka is enough. And that's why yesterday we spent a lot of time to discuss what's the meaning of every single word. Yes, we had some extra notes. So we'll just have a quick recap. Yes, the essence of all scriptures. Yes, it's very simple. It's to do paradharma, which is sadhana bhakti, to get yato bhakti, which is prema bhakti. So perform sadhana bhakti to get prema bhakti. Is sadhana bhakti the cause of prema bhakti? No. Sadhana bhakti, when it matures, it becomes prema bhakti. And what is the result? Mind is completely satisfied. And bhakti has 2 lakshanas, the 2 qualities. Ahaituki, which means bhakti doesn't have any material cause, it is caused by itself. And apratihata, bhakti cannot be obstructed. Okay. So yesterday we saw what is paradharma. Paradharma is sadhana bhakti. Etavaneva, no other process. No varnashram dharma, no kula dharma, no mixed bhakti, no. Yat is yata bhakti, prema bhakti. What is without cause? Yes. What is the cause of bhakti? Finally, we discuss what is not the cause of bhakti, first of all. Association of devotees is not the cause of bhakti. Why? Because association of devotees is bhakti. Then we saw that how performance of different charity, vows, austerity, sacrifice, these are all limbs of jnana or sattviki bhakti. But again, these are not causes of bhakti. Yes. Krishna says very clearly in Uddhav Gita, these don't give rise to bhakti. Then mercy of Lord. If mercy of Lord is the cause of bhakti, then Lord is partial. For giving some people bhakti and others he is not giving bhakti. No, this also cannot be the cause. Mercy of devotee, this is also not completely correct. Because a devotee never thinks he is a devotee. How will he give mercy to others? So the real cause of bhakti is actually a madhyam adhikari. Yes, the second class devotee is the one who knows how to deal with the 4 principles. Lord is devotee, the innocent and the envious. Right? He is the worst person who gives kripa. We saw that mercy. Correct? And what is apratiyata? Oh, we saw many examples yesterday of how bhakti flows just like the Ganges flows towards the sea. Okay. So now we are coming to Once again, we'll see the translation by Srila Prabhupada, translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation: the supreme occupation. Yeah, we also yesterday discussed why dharma is called as occupation. Yes, why occupation is discussed. So those of you who missed yesterday's discussion, we kindly request you to go back to the recording. There are many, many subtle points mentioned yesterday. The supreme occupation for all humanity is that by which men can attain to loving devotional service unto the transcendental Lord. Such devotional service must be unmotivated and uninterrupted to completely satisfy the self. Purport. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. In this statement, Srila Sutta Goswami answers the first questions of the sages of Naimisharanya. Okay, this is the first question, as in like one of the 6 questions, the first question, which is, again, Prabhupada is very clearly mentioning. What is that question? The sages asked him to summarize the whole range of revealed scriptures and present the most essential part so that the fallen people or people in general might easily take it up. Yes, so this was the question. And this particular question is answered. Okay. Now let's talk about occupation, dharma. Prabhupada is always translating dharma as occupation. Why? Reason? Go back to yesterday. The Vedas describe 2 different types of occupation for human beings. Okay. What are the 2 types? One is called the pravritti marga, or the path of sense enjoyment. And this other is called nivritti marga, or the path of renunciation. Now one may say we all choose path of enjoyment. Thank you very much. Please close the chapter. Now we need to understand one thing. This enjoyment means restricted enjoyment. So Vedas never ever talk about unrestrictedly. You just keep enjoying and you enjoy and you'll be happy. No. The same Vedas teach us very clearly, Ehi samsparshaja bhoga dukkha yonaya evate. What to speak of enjoying? Even if you try to touch the object of enjoyment, you will get dukkha immediately. What does Krishna say? Ehi samsparshaja. Sparsha. What's the meaning of sparsha? Sparsha means touch. You come in contact with object of sense enjoyment, that gives rise to suffering, not enjoyment. The philosophy is exactly opposite of what the materialistic preach. It's not that you start enjoying, you in fact start degrading. Then what is this path of enjoyment? It is a path of restricted and religious sense enjoyment, dharmic. Yes, you don't enjoy you enjoy in a regulated fashion, regulated and religious. That kind of enjoyment. And other one is nivritti marg, which means no path of renunciation. Enjoyment is all nonsense business. Enjoyment is nothing but another word of suffering. Enjoy is equal to suffer, so don't enjoy. Finished. Just surrender to Lord. So this is this message. What do you think Bhagavatam is promoting? The first one or the second part? What is the verdict of Bhagavatam? Should we enjoy or should we renounce? Pravritti or nivritti? What do you say? Try. Give your options. 1 or 2 you can write. Let me see. Okay. There's one vote for the first one and 2 votes for the second. Okay, now equal votes. All right. Usually it's the Vedas who promote pravritti marg. You gradually restricted, regulated, and you can have religious kind of enjoyment for some time. And you do that, you get suffering. And then you understand, I have to renounce it. And then you come to nivritti marg. Bhagavatam says, don't waste time. Nivritti marg. Go directly. Do not waste time at all. We don't have time to waste. Bhagavatam gives us a sense of urgency. Don't waste time. Nothing's there. Yeah, coming here. So now next, Prabhupada makes it very clear. The path of enjoyment, the pravritti marg is inferior. And the path of sacrifice for the supreme cause is superior. Yes. There'll be a reason mentioned why. But actually, let's understand what is Pravritti Marga. Pravritti Marga is something we've already always heard it. So it talks about performing religious duties, dharma. You do your religious duties, dharma, and then what you get? You do dharma, you do your religious duties, you get wealth, artha, economic development. You get artha. You get wealth. You do karma, you do enjoyment. Karma. Yes. And in this way, if you do religious and restricted kind of enjoyment, you get realizations, which is called as frustration. And thus, you will aspire for moksha. And beyond moksha comes paro dharma, which is what Bhagavatam is talking about. So pravritti marg comes to step. That's why this is called as panchama purushartha. These four are called as purusharthas. They are called four purusharthas. Artha means the needs. They're the four needs of human beings. Yes, it's a need. But paradharma is called the panchama or the fifth. Panchama purushartha. And this panchama purushartha is something Bhagavatam is directly promoting. And that's what Nivritti Marg talks about. You sacrifice all this, go directly here. Go here. But this is not the goal. This is the goal. Got it? What is Pravritti Marg and what is Nivritti Marg? Okay. Why Pravritti Marg is inferior to Nivritti Marg? That reason is given. The material existence of the living entity is a diseased condition of actual life. Yeah. We are all spiritually diseased. We may be materially healthy. Oh, materially, we are so fine. How are you doing? Oh, I'm fine. I'm able to jump. I'm able to walk. I'm able to run. I'm able to eat everything that I want. Yes, I'm in the best of my health, best of my life. Materially, yes. But what about spiritually? Even WHO, you know what is WHO? Who? World Health Organization. What do they talk about health? A state of well-being of body. Later on, they added, no, body is not good enough. We need mind. And now they're coming up with spirit. Everything. So we are diseased. But what is a disease? The diseased condition is this material body. This shows we are diseased. So till the time we have this material body, it's an embarrassment. Why? Because what is actually this material body? This material body is the dress of a criminal in a prison. Yes, it's a prisoner's dress. That is what is the reality. This material world is a prison, and the jail keeper, the prison keeper, is the Maya Devi. She has a trishul, she has that trident. And the trident indicates threefold miseries. This is all reality. And with that threefold trident, she keeps tormenting the mischievous living entities who want to rebel against Krishna. And we are all situated in this world. So this is a diseased condition. How many of you love cooking? Love to cook? Yes. So what is Maya Devi doing with all of us? She's cooking us. This material world is compared to a very huge pan. It's a very, very huge pan for cooking. And we are getting cooked. Yes. And then what do you put in this particular pan? You put the oil. That oil is the false ego. This is not my creation. This is verse mentioned in Mahabharata. This is the material world. You just put the oil, cooking will happen? No, you need fire. So what is the fire compared to? This fire is compared to the three modes. Right? It's compared to the three modes. And then you need a stirring rod. Yes. The stirring rod is compared to Kala, the time. Maya Devi is the one who's cooking. And with all the conglomeration of 24 material elements, she makes different bodies. Yes, she makes the body of man, she makes body of dog, body of elephant. What all animals I know to draw, I'll draw. Yes. So all these bodies. And they're put inside. They're all put inside. Different shapes of pakodas. 24 elements. From the conglomeration of 24 elements, she takes out little, she puts it inside, and everybody's fried for the number of years. They're getting fried. So this is the cooking that's happening, and we are all getting cooked. We are getting fried in this material world, this entire vessel of material world. This is a wonderful game that's happening. So till the time we are here, bound by this conditioned life, it is a diseased condition. So actual life is spiritual existence or Brahma Bhuta existence, where life is eternal, blissful, and full of knowledge. Satchidananda. And material existence is exactly the opposite. Asat, Achit, and Nirananda. This is the opposite. There is no happiness at all. Now one may ask a question, bro, but we experience happiness in this world. Now somebody says, oh, you guys keep telling this world is Kalyam, there is no happiness. But there is happiness in this world. What will you tell such a person? I want to know from all of you. Somebody comes and argues with you. Oh, you guys are saying that there is no happiness. I am saying there is so much happiness in this world. What will you say? Anybody would like to help me? Yes, happiness is there, but it's there for some time. Temporary. Good. It ends. Okay, that's one thing. What else? What chapter text? First canto, second chapter, sixth verse. 1, 2, 6. Okay, let me see some more answer. Okay. This kind of material pleasures, you go after it, you become madman. Yes, you become mad. Yes, this material pleasures make you mad. They go drive you mad, crazy. They're momentary. There is a very nice product that comes, agitation. This material world, it produces a product called agitation. Illusion, since it is also unhappiness. Distress to follow. We have not yet suffered. Picture abhi baki. Okay, it is illusion, temporary, illusory. Okay, fine. That is why we have a very nice acronym. Yes, a very wonderful acronym to talk about the materialistic pleasures. It's called as time. They're temporary, which means they have an end. But soul, see, you need a similar nature. If you want to enter a fire, you have to be fiery. If you have to be in water, you need to have that kind of body to be in water. Similarly, the soul is used to permanent pleasures, not temporary pleasures. The moment there's a temporary pleasure, it's over. Soul is not happy with that. You take a gulab jamun, you put it on your tongue. As long and until the gulab jamun is in contact with the tongue, there is pleasure. It goes inside, the pleasure is over. Finished. So soul doesn't like these kind of pleasures. In fact, soul wants a pleasure which is anandam buddhi vardhanam. The pleasure will keep increasing with time. That's not the case. Next, it's illusory. What is the meaning of illusory pleasures? Illusory pleasure is you are actually suffering. The camel eating the cactus. The camel eating the cactus is thinking, oh, very nice. Oh, wonderful. The cactus is giving out such wonderful, hot, tasty, delicious juice. But what is that juice? That juice is the camel's blood. Similarly, a person in this material world, is releasing one's own semen, which is blood, and thinking, oh, this is great happiness. Actually, it's suffering. That is illusory. Next one is miserable. Yes. 99.99% pleasures of this world are nectar in the beginning and poison in the end. You eat nicely, next day you have issues, gastric issues. We have stomach issues. Yes. A person binge watches some web series or Insta reels. They give temporary pleasure, but after that, oh, he has wasted all the time. Now who will go for duty? He's removed from the job because he didn't turn up for the job. A person gets drunk, severely drunk, and next day there is hangover. The person is gone, completely out of order. So it is miserable. And lastly, it's entangling. What is the meaning of entangling? This is the most dangerous. You know it's temporary. You know it's illusory. You know it's miserable, but you cannot come out of it. That's what is called entangling. You cannot come out of it. You don't have the determination, the strength to come out of it. Entangling. And a person is completely entangled in this world. Yes. So the sixth canto of Srimad Bhagavatam describes a person who is trying to enjoy material pleasure to a silkworm. What is the saliva of silkworm? The saliva of silkworm is the silk. So he keeps emitting the saliva of silk and gets entangled in its own silk. That's how a living entity is entangled in his own karma. Like a silkworm is entangled in its own silk. That's the analogy given. There is just the futile attempt to get rid of misery, and temporary cessation of misery is falsely called as happiness. Yes. I heard a very beautiful example. What is happiness? There's a convict criminal. How many of you seen some movies or serials where there are guys who go to the jail? Yes, they go to the yes. So what these guys get? He gets regular dose from the cops. So they bring him out, they hang him, and they beating him. They beat him to the stomach. They beat him. Come on, tell us the truth. No. They keep beating him. They beat him with a rod. They make him lie on the ice. You seen that? They make him lie down on the ice and they beat him. Yes. They put cold water hose pipes on him. All these things they do. And for some time, they don't do. He stops. And he thinks that relief is happiness. Then again the beating continues. How are you feeling now? I'm happy. Why? Because I'm not getting beaten. So many times we equate happiness in this world like that to absence of misery. Absence of misery is happiness. Right now, how are you? Oh, right now I'm fine because there is no problem. But that doesn't mean there is something positive also. Right? Doesn't mean that something great is happening in life. So that is called as happiness in today's world. Cessation of misery. For some time, you're not miserable. That time you're happy. But again, the misery continues. The beating continues. So criminal, just like criminal is whipped and beaten regularly, Maya regularly beats everybody in this world. Therefore, the path of progressive material enjoyment, which is called pravritti marg, is temporary, miserable, illusory. I just interchange something just to make it a sutra and is inferior. But the nivritti marg, devotional service to the Lord, which leads one to eternal, blissful, and all cognizant life, which is Satchidananda, is called the superior quality of occupation. This is sometimes polluted when mixed with the inferior quality. Yeah. Sometimes people may do this, right? It happens. It happens that people mix both these paths. Yes. And this is called as Mishra Bhakti. You can note this word down if you're not aware. Mishra Bhakti means mixed devotional service. I guess I gave this analogy before. I remember we had all gone with Vishwambar Prabhu's family for strawberry picking. Yeah, we went to a strawberry picking, and next 2 3 days we had very wonderful strawberry milkshake, strawberry juice. Wow, it was amazing to drink. Of course, we offered and we took. What did I do? I offered the whole field. Yes, I did offering of the whole field. Let everyone get prasad. Whoever is picking the strawberry gets prasad. So I prayed to Lord, offered the whole field to the Lord. Take it. This is all yours. So whoever gets, they get prasad. So after that, imagine that wonderful pure. I've given this analogy. Yes, this particular wonderful strawberry milkshake, a glass. In that particular glass, somebody puts 1 gram of stool, mixes it and gives you. You'll take half a gram of stool. Yes, one small tiny drop of urine. Will you take it? We will not accept it. It is horrible. No, we don't want it. So the material desires and the material tendencies compared to stool and urine in this material world. Krishna is merciful. He is the essence seeker. Only Krishna can do it. He somehow even accepts mixed devotional service. That is his wonderful quality of Lord. But we cannot. We will not accept a wonderful, beautiful strawberry juice with 1 drop of urine. No, we don't want it. It's horrible. For example, adoption of devotional service for material gain is certainly an obstruction to the progressive path of renunciation. Yes. People perform bhakti for material gain. Many of us would have been in this category. And that's how people promote. I saw, I was in, sorry to say, I'll not say okay, I'll not tell the name of a devotee, but I was in Calgary. And Calgary Rath Yatra, devotees had told me, Prabhu, you have to distribute Bhagavatam sets. What should I do to distribute Bhagavatam sets? They said, nothing, Prabhu. You just be here, take a pen and be ready. We are going to tell that you will get autograph of Sanatana Dharma Prabhu if you take Bhagavatam today. You just have to keep smiling, keep blessing, signing and taking photographs. I said, that's it. I said, that's it. You just be here. You sit. And like this, like hot cakes, all Bhagavatams will go. And it really happened. I don't know what they told about me. The way they introduced me or presented me, I have no idea. They presented me like a celebrity, international celebrity who's here. Please come in. So I was just doing my service. I said, okay, if this is going to distribute Bhagavatam sets, Prabhupada's books are going to be distributed, I'm willing to be anyone you want me to be. For service, I'm ready. So like that. So then my ears are quite sharp. So I was hearing one person canvassing the other fellow. Oh, I heard that you're not getting married. Take Srimad Bhagavatam set. You will get married immediately. I called this fellow. You please come here. What are you doing? He said, Prabhuji, otherwise they will not take. Then what is that what you will do? He said, you get Srimad Bhagavatam and you'll get PR, permanent residence. You take Srimad Bhagavatam, you'll get citizenship. You take Srimad Bhagavatam, you'll get US visa, US citizenship. Everything is possible. Just take Srimad Bhagavatam, immediate result is you want visa, PR. We can do that kind of promotion. You get married. Take Bhagavatam, you'll have kids. What is this? You suffering, you're not having promotion in life. Take Srimad Bhagavatam, you'll get promoted. Yes. Like this, different kinds of things people are saying. This is not done. Then I explained now what to. Then I said that you go clarify. He said, Prabhu, then he will think that I have devotees are telling lies. Then I said, bring him here. Then I explained him. Of course, I had to philosophize. And devotees' philosophy is so beautiful. You can speak any philosophy and connect it to Krishna. Yes or no? We can speak anything. Philosophically, anyway, you can convince. Then I told him that as such, when Srimad Bhagavatam is Krishna and Krishna is Satpatam Pati, so you bring Srimad Bhagavatam, that's a spiritual marriage with Krishna. Then he understood, okay, fine, no problem. That's nice. But what about material marriage? He was asking me the question. Then I said, you please study Srimad Bhagavatam. At least this Krishna will accept you. I don't know about any other person, but Krishna will definitely accept anybody who goes to him. That's what even Rama said, right? Sakradeva prapannoyam tavasmiti achate. Abhayam sarvada tasmai dadam yetat vratam mama. Lord Ramachandra told very boldly, he declared that even once you go to the Lord and tell the Lord, I'm yours, and Lord is going to accept you for it. That's how the Lord is. Even once we go and say, I'm your Lord, please, I'm yours. That's it. He'll accept us. There's nobody sweeter than the Lord who can do this. Renunciation or abnegation of ultimate good is certainly a better occupation than enjoyment in the disease condition of life. What is the meaning of this? This very simple words, jnana is better than karma. That's what is being spoken. See, now we all studied mathematics, right? So there is the x-axis, y-axis. We know that, right? So the negative axis is karma. The karma mark, the enjoyment mark is negative axis. Jnana mark is this axis, 0, 0. This axis. This is jnana mark. And the bhakti mark is positive axis. Got it, right? So jnana mark is neither positive nor negative. And soul is actually meant to be here. So that way, even this is diseased. Vedas promote this like anything. They say, oh, jnana mark, that's the way. No, even jnana is not the way. That is not our actual position. Our position is Jivere Swarup Hoy Krishnir Nityadas. To render loving devotional service to Krishna. That's our position, the positive axis. Such enjoyment only aggravates the symptoms of the disease and increase its duration. Okay, now let us see. Suppose there is a person who has jaundice, and person having jaundice is thoroughly advised by the doctors, keep away from samosas. How many of you love samosas? Tempting? Hot samosas with very nice stuffings of aloo. Shakti Mataji, you had samosas? Yes, you had. I think, but you're not a big fan of it. You don't like? Oh, she loves it. Okay, fine. Even she loves it. Okay, all right. Because I thought your place was blank. Samosas. Then I would have given you some other example. Okay. So we all love samosas. But samosas means what? Be honest, oil. A lot of oil. So a jaundice person suffering with jaundice, he may love samosas. I cannot live without samosas. I know people who have samosas every day. They don't start their day with samosas and chai, tea. That's how they start their life. We start our life with Mangalarti, Samsara Davanal. They start their Mangalartis, samosa and tea on the bed. That's how people start their life. But a person with jaundice cannot have that. But imagine, he neglects the instruction. Doctor says no samosas. Till the time you get cured, no samosas. He says, anyway, I will take medicine and I'll also eat samosas. This is called as mixed devotional service. I will perform bhakti and also enjoy. And we are all victims of it. Each and every one of us. You want to do, be honest, will honesty touch our heart. We want to do bhakti, we want to enjoy also. We want to do both. So we are like those guys who are eating the medicine every day, the bitter medicine. Along with that, we are also eating samosas. And despite being strictly warned not to do so, then what's going to happen? Two things will happen. The intensity of our disease is going to increase. Number one. Yes, what is going to happen? The intensity of jaundice that we have is going to increase. The next time you go and meet the doctor, what are the reports saying? Doctor says, yeah, are you eating medicine? Says, yes. The doctor is wondering, but the disease has increased. The symptoms are aggravated, number one. And number two, it will take more time for us to get cured. The time to get cured, the cure time is going to increase. These are the two things that will happen if we are doing sense gratification and bhakti also at the same time. Therefore, devotional service of the Lord must be pure in quality. We are supposed to perform pure devotional service. What is that pure? At least no desire for material enjoyment. At least this much. One should therefore accept the superior quality of occupation in the form of devotional service of the Lord without any tinge of unnecessary desire. fruitive action, philosophical speculation. At least this problem we don't have. For us, this is the obstacle. Enjoyment. Because we all don't know what is this also. Gyan Marg, no matter how much we do Gyan Yog, we still never understand Gyan Yog. Good thing, we don't have the intelligence to understand it. This alone can lead one to perpetual solace in his service. Now, before we go ahead, I wanted to ask all of you, what kind of enjoyment we devotees may tend to do, which we are not supposed to do as we're chanting Hare Krishna. I'm not talking about people outside eating meat, Prabhuji. That I'm very sure you guys don't. Very sure. But what is it that we have tendency to do? Okay, while we are doing japa, we do to-do list. Okay, that is distraction doing our sadhana. This is not distraction. This is actually destruction. We have to understand this. Distraction in sadhana is destruction of spiritual life. Yeah, using mobiles in sadhana. Okay. Other than that, okay, now time when we are not doing sadhana, let's come to that. What are all the tendencies, the different things that we do while we are, okay, even after when we are not doing our sadhana, we're not chanting, we're not reading, hearing, that time also we're supposed to lead a particular life, right? What are we doing that? Yes, watching movies, TVs, browsing net for those stuff which we are not supposed to, shopping unnecessary things, scrolling, vacation. V for vacation, V for Vegas. What's a devotee doing in Vegas? Yes. Yeah. Gossiping. Yeah. That drains away so much of our energy. Prajalpa. Gossiping. Yeah. These all things. So we know what we are doing. I was attending a very beautiful workshop by His Holiness Bhakti Brihad Bhagavad Maharaj. And he said there are three japa killers, three things that destroy our sadhana mainly. And you guys have really, you nailed it. All of you told it. The three things, always remember these three. One thing is not eating prasad, eating outside food. Number two, social media. And number three, prajalpa, gossip, criticize. These three things destroy our Krishna consciousness. If we simply have to avoid, he analyzes years of experience, he analyzes these three things we avoid, we will be able to, yeah, that's all. Then our bhakti will be pure in quality. Gossip, avoid outside food. Number three, avoid social media. Okay, I'd like to complete this purport today itself. We have purposely denoted dharma as occupation because the root of the meaning of dharma is that which sustains one's existence. We discussed this yesterday. A living being's sustenance of existence is to coordinate his activities with the eternal relationship with the Supreme Lord Krishna. Krishna is the central pivot of living beings, and he is the all attractive living entity or eternal among all the other living entities or eternal forms. Nityo Nityanam Chetanas Chetananam. That same sloka. Each and every living being has his eternal form in the spiritual existence, and Krishna is the eternal attraction for all of them. Krishna is the complete whole, and everything else is his part and parcel. The relation is one of the servant and the served. It is transcendental and is completely distinct from our experience in material existence. This relation of servant and the served is the most congenial form of intimacy. One can realize it as devotional service progresses. Everyone should engage himself in the transcendental loving service of Lord, even in the present conditioned state of material existence. That will gradually give one a clue to actual life and please him with complete satisfaction. We have to keep introspecting and we have these three A's. We call it attention, awareness, and absorption. Attention is to pay focusing on details. When we do japa, we focus on every mantra, focus on details. Absorption is being oblivious to the world around. And how these two things come? It comes with the awareness, which we get as a gift of hearing Srimad Bhagavatam every day. Nityam Bhagavad Sevya. This will keep reinstating that we are Krishna Das. We are servants of Lord. Our goal is to always carry this identity. And the more one carries this particular identity, the more one gets closer to the actual life. Then attention absorption will become natural. Yes. So the whole purpose of coming every day to Srimad Bhagavatam class is to reinstate this reality, actual life, that we are servants of Krishna. Things. We'll pause here. Devotees have any questions, comments? They're most welcome. Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dhammas Pranam Monkhood, Srila Prabhupada. May I ask a question that's not necessarily about this class topic, but it's just something that I would like your advice and guidance on? Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay. So I wanted to ask you, Prabhuji, what's the best way to accept advice or suggestions from other devotees, especially if these are not your mentors, when they advise you on a fast that you're doing where they will tell you to look for convenience instead of following the rules of the fast? Especially when you're outside, you're not home. So there are more challenges to that. They will tell you to compromise, which might lead to you breaking your fast. So how do you deal with such situations where you want to keep your fast, but you don't want to seem like you're rigid or you're being disrespectful to these individuals? How do you keep that positive relationship with devotees, but you also keep your promise to the Lord? I wanted to ask you that.
Again, when somebody's not our mentor, but they're advising us, giving us a free advice, we definitely respect that person's concern. The person is concerned about us. Okay, we respect that concern. Number two, we try to understand the principle rather than getting into details. What is the principle behind the advice that is being given?
Hmm.
Right? We try to understand that and we try to acknowledge the principle. Yes, acknowledge the principle. Thank you so much for advising me this way. I'm very grateful. Yes, acknowledge the principle and respectfully, we don't tell them, but I'm not going to follow what you say. That puts water on everything. But you can say, principally, I'm trying to follow the same thing. Yes, whatever principle you are concerned about, I'm trying to follow that. My details may vary. But nevertheless, thank you so much for your concern. That's what I would do.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Okay. All right. Thank you all very much. Would like to conclude here. But I'm very grateful to each and every one of you for your very healthy participation. Wish you all a very happy Krishna conscious day ahead. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Granth Raj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Samasta Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari.